Greetings. Today we are scenting dyes, just like that woman in the background is, as you will see. Okay, let's get to work. Now, the trick that you need to do when synthesizing dyes, you need to have as much inventory space as possible to open them all at once, increasing your likelihood of making it black and white, while also setting up this technique I call the typewriter technique. Now, the way that this works is you save the recipe. Now do not panic when you goes here and it puts 100 and 100 right here. Do not panic. It's going to tell you some crazy shit. Click the box and close it and just get straight to work because as you can see, it's not taking all my shit right there. It only took one. See, so don't panic. Puts the first one right here in the typewriter. You want your dies to send left to right in order so that way you don't overwrite a good die. And see, it lands right here. That's not a good white. We keep going. That's what we call JISM white. Like, when you're working at my factory, we don't want any off colors. We're not here to become channel 1 locked. So, your job is just to process all of these into pure blacks, whites, and if you make a pure color, that's fine. Let me show you an example of a color that's not exactly pure, but still pure. See, this one's below 100, but it's only 2 on green. See, when it goes below 100, don't let it go past 5. But if it's above 100, you have a higher likelihood of keeping your purity. So, just so you know. With that said and done, you just keep going until you roll a white or black, and then you put it in a pet. Because you do not want this like the have it roll from the inventory because every die has a spot that's registered until you disconnect. Then you have to fix it, and let me show you. Oh no, I'm disconnecting. Oops. And now the typewriter is broken. Like, how do we fix the typewriter to get it to type again? Because, like, obviously, it's gonna send the outside of order. Like, like, I failed you, boss. Like, how am I supposed to complete my job when the dies are, like, synthing randomly like this? See, now it's synthing the dies that I already made. See? This is a nightmare. How do we fix it? Boom. Just press the sort button. And it'll reset it. And then you got the typewriter. You can start the typewriter again, because remember the first one will go right here. And after that, everyone will go to the left, like clockwork. And once again, you keep doing this, duds will happen, just so you know. You're going to be opening a lot of jars for me if you're working for me. Like, and I pay well for all the people that are just watching this work instructional video that are my subscribers. Know that I do a 60-40 cut if I trust you well enough to leave you with a bunch load of dies like these, then know that you'll be making a lot of money with me. But the people that I'm training in this video, I've known for a while. So just understand that to get to that level of trust will take time. So yeah, you do this until you process them all. But the trick is once you make them all like a pure, like opaque color, you add more flashy dyes and then you press the sort button. But I'm not doing that here in this video. I'm just here to teach you the basics on how to use this properly. Now, generally, if you're lucky, you should get one pure dye, whether it be white dyes or black dyes, or the rare illustrious black. I mean, not black, but any other color is pure. It happens. I've gotten them purer than that other one that I showed at the beginning of the video. And what you do when you're doing this is you just turn off your brain and you watch anime. Or you play like a game on your Switch that's a JRPG and you just like left hand is processing, other hand is doing the work. And if you want to preview the color, you just hold your mouse up above this. As you can see, that was a JISM light, so I don't have to, shake off the yellow off of those. And if the typewriter's working, that's another JISM light. You should just keep going, and don't be nervous the fuck up. You're gonna go through a lot of dyes. Sometimes it takes me a couple stacks before it starts giving me shit. Latency does affect how colors come out, so if you have exit lag or anything like that, you can adjust your latency. I hear to get blacks and whites that pop out, but we haven't fully tested that. But yeah, apparently latency affects the drop rate of the blacks and whites, so just remember that when doing this. And doing this in huge settings is best. It's absolutely best. And if you do this right, you can turn off your brain, come back, and if you're able to save it from yourself, you should be able to get whatever colors were pure before it goes to the next cycle. Because it will start, like the typewriter will just keep going and it'll start from over here and just keep going. Now, like I said, for dye jar stack, you average about one pure per stack. If you're lucky, like I think my record was 15 off of one stack, but that's only happened to me 3 times. Uh, that looks almost like it was gonna be pure. I was like so excited. I was like, oh, is that a pure white for the audience? But no, no. And like I bought all these jars for 400k up to 600k, so just making one black will sell for 1.8 and that will pay for like 3 jars. You know? This is a pretty time consuming job with high pay though. I wish it was as easy as when I taught this woman right here. But because I got black of the second die that I opened it when I was demonstrating. But sometimes you just don't get anything. Most important thing to remember is to maintain the typewriter so you don't die over anything that is important. And as you can see, we almost sent the first part of this shit, then we can resent all these. We can actually resent all these opaque ones, so. That's why you always mix more dyes from your other jars into this, but it is okay. This is just a demo. Sometimes you do get really unlucky, and I guess it's a good example to show what this looks like when you're getting really unlucky. For me, I just turn off my brain. I don't even give a fuck about this shit, to really be honest. Let's check the time, you guys. I only got 15 minutes to, like, talk to you guys about this shit. So, like, with this said and done, just make sure that you're in a low latency area if you want to get high yields. Make sure that you're not lagging back and Larry if you're processing dyes because you'll have like the worst experience. And pretty much this is how you process the dyes. I don't really care for any of the off colors, so just throw them back into the fire. As you can see, the first dye starts right here, then I'll start typewriting. It's mucho important to keep that set up. And it's mucho important to keep going. Like, for me, I would have just fed more dyes to this and I would just kept going. I wouldn't even give a fuck. But I'm saving my dyes for my workers. Like this beautiful young lady right over here. I appreciate her time and I appreciate her work. And if you would like to work for me, contact X Power Ranger. X Powers capital, Ranger is lowercase. Contact X Dark Ranger. X Dark is capital. Ranger is lowercase if you want to get in on this action. And that, we got it pretty good up in here. So far I haven't gotten any good dyes yet. Nothing to really send home about. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. Sometimes you can open a whole stack of jars and get nothing. Or last minute get saved. Like I've once opened a whole stack of jars, got nothing, and then the last thing I got from it was a black. I shit you not. I've had that happen to me 5 times in my career. Like this wanted to be a black, this is like a gray, but nah. Now, keep in mind, 111 black is borderless. Like anything that, is a solid color will lose its border. See how you can see the outline in my character because I'm flashy? If I was like using a solid like red, my borders would completely disappear and you wouldn't see the outlines. You just see this red mass. And once again, if you do get a good color, I can't stress enough to take that thing out of your inventory and put it in a pet. I cannot stress that enough. With that said and done, since we don't got much time, do we? No. I'm gonna leave it there.